100.7 WMMS.
Cavaliers will play tonight in Salt Lake City. Former Cav Colin Sexton is out. Was he part of the Donovan Mitchell trade?
Correct.
We sent Colin Sexton to the Jazz. Cavs Jazz tonight. It'll be Donovan Mitchell's triumphant return to Salt Lake City with the Cavaliers. That's a 9 o'clock start tonight here on MMS. 8:30 is when Cavs Live pregame will begin. They're going to spend the rest of the week on the road, and then they'll return. We're getting preempted on Monday. The afternoon MLK Day game starts at 3 o'clock here on MMS. That is against the Pelicans of New Orleans. But tonight, 9 o'clock, Cavaliers Jazz in Salt Lake City on MMS. The Georgia Bulldogs, second year in a row, back-to-back college football champs by the widest margin ever in a college bowl game. Biggest defeat ever. That Texas Christian University was, from beginning to end, a Cinderella story. They faced a Michigan team that was not firing on all cylinders to get into the national championships, but I don't think anybody thought that they were going to win. But I don't know that anybody thought they were going to do 65-7, which is what it ended up being if you watched it.
Dogs bludgeon their way to back-to-back, leaving no doubt. Belongs to Stetson Bennett, who leaves a legacy very few will be able to match. Back-to-back championships, 65-7.
65-7. The Bulldogs went 15-0. Texas Christian University's Horned Frogs, I guess, found the limits of their support from the Lort last night at SoFi Stadium. Got to the point where they would show players of Georgia walking over to the VIP section at the 50-yard line and grabbing people's snacks during the game. One of the players walked over and just grabbed a chicken nugget from somebody that was sitting there in the VIP section. They were, of course, some of the people were offering players champagne. And a lot of them said no, but a couple of them said yeah. And why not? You know, if you, let's say you end up conservatively. Let's say, hey, we're doing pretty well, 21-7. And then you pull even further ahead. At what point do you figure you got the thing sewn up?
I think when you're up by 50.
Right, I was going to say 40 was the number.
That's what I'm saying,
head.
yeah. Yeah, when you've got 48 unanswered points by the end there. Yeah, so by the time, if you watch any of that game, by the time halftime came around, pretty much everybody was already
Yeah, that's when I checked the score, and I was
yeah.
like, because I wasn't that interested in it anyway. I figured it was going to be a blowout, but I didn't think it was going to be this big of a blowout.
I didn't think it was going to be a blowout
and
like that.
if it was somewhat close, I was like, oh, I'll tune into the second half and see if they can make a game of this. But, yeah, it was just total blowout and not all that fun to watch.
Well, I got a bug up my ass, and I wasn't lying. I was talking about being on FanDuel and playing the same game parlay because they set those artificially high. If you play the same game parlays, they're like, all right, this guy's got to score 12-plus points. Mm-hmm. This guy's got to pass for whatever. And the Bulldogs blew past every single
them, yeah.
Yes.
Did you play the parlay?
I did.
Good for you.
And I made a lot of money.
Yep.
Parlays
pay out.
I wasn't
dude.
lying about that.
How much do you...
I'm not going to say, but I made a lot of money.
5 figures?
5. I would have taken the day off if I had what 5 figures on the Georgia.
4 figures?
Yes.
Nice.
Good for you. That's awesome.
What, Cody?
I don't know how like FanDuel and stuff like that works. Is it just like an app or is
FanDuel.com/Cox is how you sign up.
They'll walk you right through it.
Walk you right through it.
It's the same thing as like fantasy football and stuff?
It's all in there. They make it idiot-proof. You tell them how much you want to bet and on what, and they'll tell you what it pays out. And it'll get you hip to odds. A lot of people don't.
I failed stat. Well, I didn't take stats, so I'm not going to say.
You don't have to know them. They'll tell them to you.
Listen, you can't fail it if you don't take it. You are right about that. I didn't fail it. I just
class.
didn't take that class.
Mm-hmm.
Odds can get very, very tricky.
Yeah.
And there are so many different ways. Like the other night, I played a parlay when Purdue played Ohio State, and that did not pay off for me But it wasn't a
Did
big
you lose
bet.
4 figures on that?
I did not. No, because I
So
ran.
you're up pretty big on the
I ran into a dude.
Yeah.
Did I tell the story about running into the dude in the bathroom?
No.
I told Gwen the day of the Purdue-Ohio State basketball game, there's a dude who works in this building, big, tall, skinny kid. He's wearing a shirt that says security, so I don't know who he does security for. But we're both washing our hands, and I'm getting ready to walk out of the bathroom. We'd never met. And he goes, hey, man. He goes, you follow college basketball? And I go, kind of. I'm going to dip my face in. He goes, what do you think about Purdue tonight? And I had been on FanDuel. I look at it in the morning. I see what's going on. And he goes, and so we start talking about this bet and how he's been doing research to see by how many points Purdue has, on average, beaten their opponent as opposed to Ohio State. And he was telling me about this massive payout if you bet a certain way on Purdue. Now, I don't know what he was talking about because that's not how any of it laid out. But I told him, I said, you should put a bet on that thing. And he goes, what do you use? And I said, I use FanDuel. He goes, hey, me too. So now when I see this guy, we're talking games.
Nice.
I saw him walk by this morning. I bang on the window. I go, did you bet Purdue? I mean,
He goes, no.
more like don't. But I wanted them to beat Ohio State because Ohio State had just rolled over Northwestern the night before. So,
Oh, you want revenge?
yes, of course. That's why I wanted Georgia to beat TCU because they beat the Wolverines in the playoffs. Anyway, who cares? But you sign up, just use my promo code Poundcake. Get yourself some free bets in there.
Because people,
And you can go crazy. You can divert all
Now,
that
if you go
Uber
on
Eats
the
money
app-
to FanDuel.
If you go on the app and sign up, you just put in Cox into like the promo thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
because my family members be pissing me off. We have a group chat, my cousin and my brother, and I'll periodically throughout the day look at my phone and it's like 29 new messages, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Did someone die? Nope, they're just arguing over who their picks were and who they lost. I'm like, I don't care anything
Did
about this.
someone die?
Because there's no reason why on any given moment it will be like 29, and that's after like an hour or two. And then if I don't look at it for a whole shift, it'd be like over 100 messages. I'm like, no one's reading all that. I'm just gonna mute you guys and put it on Do Not Disturb and keep messing around, and I'm gonna leave the chat.
It's because you're not a good friend.
It's my family members. It has nothing to do with being a good friend.
Oh.
I'm stuck with them, so
Uh-huh.
I don't need to hear the little stupid
You
chat
can
about.
just not do family stuff. You can just write them all off.
I mean, I tried to. They harass me.
Write them all off.
Just change your number. I mean, you have to get your own phone plan.
No, I see. That's the thing. I'm mean, but I'm still, I'm still cost efficient.
Mean but cost efficient. That is the way that I've found a lot of people like to describe you. Mean but cost efficient.
I'm only mean to the people that I love the most
You hurt the ones that you love the most.
because I want them to know that I need them that badly, and they need to act the way I
You
want
are
them to
twisted.
act. It's true.
Twisted.
I get angry when they don't act the way I want them to because don't they know they're making my life harder? Don't they know?
They're not even thinking about you.
That's the problem.
Just like you're not thinking about them.
I'm thinking about how they act and how it's ruining my life.
No, but that's still thinking about you. That's not thinking about them. That's still thinking about you.
But they're in my life.
And they're not. Well, everybody's in your life, but ultimately you're thinking of it from the perspective of how does this affect me?
Yeah.
Right. So that's not thinking about them. And conversely, they're not thinking about you.
Well, that's unfortunate.
For them, it's amazing how their lives would measuredly improve if they just thought of me all the time. If they put Poundcake first in their lives, because they got nothing going on. Your brother's not convalescing. Your mother's not working her fingers to the bone so she can afford black Santas.
You don't know that.
Is her wrist green yet?
No, man.
Your mom and your
That
aunt?
That watch is not fake.
He bought a Michael Kors watches from Amazon
See, oh,
for Christmas. Yeah.
No.
And I'm telling you, their wrists are going to turn green any day now.
No, it's not.
All right.
It was a good watch. And my
All
mom, that's
right.
the one thing that my mom wears on a regular basis.
If it stops, she's never going to tell you. She'll feel bad.
Well, I don't. She probably won't tell me. You're right,
Mhm.
because I probably would feel bad.
Mhm.
But I spent my hard-earned dollars on it, and I put forth effort to do
So
it.
she is thinking of you, because otherwise she'd be like, this thing don't work.
Well, think about me a little more.
All right.
To the point where
She probably feel like, well, if you had got me a better watch and your aunt something else and not got us the same exact watch, then my watch would still probably be ticking.
There's the whiff of a 2-for-1 about it.
But the only reason why I got my mom a watch is because she's not a big jewelry person. Like she doesn't like big, long, gaudy earrings. She doesn't like long necklaces that get in the way.
And she didn't already have a watch?
She does, but they're all old. Like I don't think anyone's gotten her a watch for a really long time. And I don't know what size her fingers are to get her like rings. So I thought a watch was the best bet because she likes sentimental stuff. Like she likes handmade stuff, and ain't nobody got time for that.
Did you have it engraved?
No.
Things Remembered's going out of business. How could he?
Are they but they probably doing some going out of business sales. We will engrave anything. Got a watch? We'll engrave it.
Yeah, but if I'm the person doing that engraving, I'm like, I'm going to write what I want because I don't have a job tomorrow.
Right, we're going out of business anyway.
Yeah.
What do I care?
Yeah.
Hey, what do you want in the bag of your mom's watch? I'd like it to say, Dear Mom, thank you so much for all the years. Okay, let me get right on that. Dear Mom, thanks for taking care of me.
So how people get stuff engraved? They just go online.
Poundcake, I'll go back. My watch says the wetter the better.
Oh my God.
MC Wettings. Let me give you $1,000 here. It's a chance to go fund yourself. Listen closely. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword GRAND at WMMS.com. That's GRAND. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Alan, you guys mentioned, well, Bill and Mary mentioned not sleeping. I am having a terrible day. I got a business credit card that charges $700 a year.
No. What are you doing?
But they said it was endorsed by Mary Santora, is what
They
this
lied.
person says. I bet
They lied.
that they're joking. Oh, my goodness.
Goodness gracious.
Poundcake's Polar Blast team name should be the Slalomites.
That's pretty good.
What is it?
Slalomites.
I can't have a name that I can't pronounce.
You can pronounce that.
Try this.
Poundcake Solomites?
You know what a slalom is?
No. Should I Google it, or will that trigger something?
No. It's a skiing term. It's a slalom. Yes.
I was gonna do like Slalomites.
The Slalomites.
Slalomites. I like that. Also, I could do like the Poundcake sliders, mini sliders.
Mini sliders.
Poundcake mini sliders.
Oh, because you're thinner now. I get it.
That or they're the Poundcake mini bites.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Poundcake slalomites. I say it with a lot of spit.
Play around with it. Play around with it. And
Slalomites.
Alan Cox Show After Hours line, if you want to leave us voicemails, it's 216-986-8903.
Hey, guys. Mike from Parma. Not the Mike from Parma, but a Mike from Parma. Podcast listener. Just listened to Mike from the west coast of Ohio calling, talking about the slot machine videos and how they're fake and set up and all this. So I work a half mile down the road from you guys at the casino, and I work in the surveillance department there. And we have one person who comes in and records their slot machine play for their YouTube channel. I can assure you that there's no sponsorship. They asked for permission from the casino, and we went through all the right channels and granted them permission to just record their slot machine play. They're not getting anything out of it other than the views on their YouTube channel, but it's not fake. It's real. Obviously, I can only speak for where I work. I can't speak for anywhere else, but just thought I'd share that little bit of information with you guys. Hate the show. Bye.
That's all I was thinking, was that it's just free promotion for the casino.
Did somebody call in while I was out and say that they were all fake?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. And I know the guy that he's talking about. I watched.
Well, yeah, I said they can't. I said I'm sure that there are some that are doing a promotion in conjunction with the casino. I said anybody.
Not even
can,
that.
Anybody. Well, I'm sure there are some people who are, but there's other people who come in and they were like, "Oh, well, those are fake because." I'm like, no, the casino doesn't care. I imagine doesn't care if you film because they're like, it's promotion for them.
Yeah.
Unless you're not setting up some kind of Ocean's 11 heist situation.
No, it's literally
and they're
a
gonna
cell
figure that
phone
out.
on a tripod.
Right.
That's it.
They're going to figure. It's 2023.
Yeah.
Everybody's filming everything.
Yeah.
There's no casinos can be like, nope, I'm sorry, you can't spend you can't burn your
waste
money, in here,
Right.
yeah, by filming.
And document it.
Yeah.
Is that guy that he's talking about? Does he do the high limit stuff like you like?
No, he actually he goes from like $2 or $3 bets up to like 15. So he does pretty moderate, normal sized bets. I started watching his show not knowing he was from Cleveland, and then I recognized the slots, and I was like, oh, he's at the track. I like commented, and I was watching one of his live streams. I was like, yo, are you from Cleveland? Like, I'm totally from here. This was after I had already banned myself, so I couldn't go meet him.
But did you like comment and go, I really like your channel. Do you have merch?
No, I didn't ask for any merch.
No.
His name's Tim.
What's his channel?
The Big Payback.
The Big Payback.
And he plays games that a lot of other people don't play, because a lot of the high limit people play the same like 5 or 6 games, and he plays a bunch of different like.
What is
smaller
considered
amounts.
high limit?
Like more than $25 a spin.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Anything over $30 is considered high limit?
Per spin, it
Yeah.
takes you a
Spin?
half a second to spend $30.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if you have a lot of money, that's considered high limit?
Yes.
Okay.
$25 is like anything. I mean, really, like 15. Anything above 15 is like high limit, but 25 and up is because you got to think.
And that's
about
because
it.
it's usually $1, or what is it?
Well,
like
you can bet. There's some that are 1 penny.
Oh, you start with a penny.
You can start with a penny, 20 cents, whatever. It builds up, but yeah, $25 usually have to go to the high limit room for that.
My first experience when we got to Vegas and we went to the Golden Nugget. I think where Poundcake stayed, or it was there on Fremont. We wanted to go to older Vegas and just sit at a blackjack table and have some fun. And so we went in there, and the first thing I did was I sat down at like a penny slot or something, and she starts bringing drinks over. And again, I'd never been in Vegas. I mean, I'm kind of just getting my feet wet. And I was like, this is really boring. Really, really boring.
Well, you also don't know what you're looking for, and you picked a random slot. And to be
What are you
honest
looking?
with
What are you
You
looking
picked
for?
a random slot.
I did. I literally. I
picked a
said.
random slot,
We walked
sat
in,
down,
got some drinks, sat down,
and
penny
you were
slots.
probably betting like 30 cents a spin. That's very hard to get excited about.
I don't even remember. Yeah, but all the machines were full.
Sure.
So I'm like, those people really enjoy this.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their game,
Yeah.
was what I took away. Everybody's got their game.
Yeah.
And for some of those people, it's sitting at those dopey things, that hamster wheel, and just hitting
what I
that
meant,
pellet.
What I meant by you don't know what you're looking for is you don't know how to win on that game. So if it's all just a bunch of pictures, you don't even know what to look for to excite you about a win.
No,
it's
no,
all
I know
just
how to-
sevens and cherries.
No, I know how to play them. What I'm saying is that the people who are playing on what it sounds like is considered low-level slots, how does anybody expect to win on those?
They don't. It's
That's my point.
It's just
so
entertainment.
those people have to know that
You don't go in spending $20 a spin thinking you're going to get rich. You've got about $20 and
Of
all
entertainment,
day to
yeah.
spend it. That's what that is.
yeah, but all those people think there's a chance they're going to get rich. That's why they're in there.
I don't think so. When you're betting that low, because here's the thing. If you go in with $20 and you're betting 1 penny a spin,
That's what I'm saying. So then what's the entertainment value?
I don't.
It's
Grandma
something to
does
do.
it. That's what Grandma does.
something to do. You got
She'll
nowhere
go-
to be.
People
yeah.
on a fixed income and all day long to
She'll play she'll play like $40, and if she ends up even, she's thrilled.
Exactly. You could play
If-
for 2 hours and
yeah.
not lose any money.
And if she wins $10, she's like, "That's nice.
That's
It's a
so
good day."
healthy.
People who play that
and
low
she'll
limits.
play that. She'll play for hours too.
Yeah, people who play that low limits are usually happy walking away with 10 or 20.
Oh, so you're talking about
profit.
people that just go in with like a fixed amount of money they're going to spend.
I'm going to spend $30
and they
today.
drain it penny by penny.
Yes. They're not looking to get rich. They're looking for something to do.
I see.
Because you can't get rich.
What a life.
You can't get rich a penny at a
Of
time.
course, I guess you got nothing but time, like if you're retired and
Exactly.
whatever. Oof. I mean, fish or something.
Yeah, they're fishing for coins.
They're doing the same thing.
Yeah,
They're digital fishing, is what you're saying.
for sure.
They're casting a line. Oh, and they're using old people as
Okay,
bait.
you have a video up. That's. I was wondering where the noise
Slot
is
machine
coming from.
noises.
Yeah.
He's looking around. He was looking out the door like, who's he?
Well, because
What is
I
that?
didn't hear the slot machine part. I just heard like
Yeah.
ambient noise. And I was like, are we having another meeting?
Is everything okay?
There you go.
They just rolled some slot machines out there, Bill. If you
Meh.
want to get on there.
You know what's bad is
Progressive.
that I watch so many slot machine videos that probably the top 5 most popular ones I could tell you what game it is by the way that it sounds.
I was going to say, do you hear this when you sleep? Like,
No.
do you hear this in your head? When,
No.
Do you know what game that he was just playing?
No, that was like an old school game that had coins coming out the bottom. They don't even make those anymore.
You just get credits, right? Or tickets?
Yeah, you get like a credit and then it prints you like a little voucher.
But for the purposes of a sound effect,
100%.
you don't want the sound of a ticket printing.
No.
You want coins coming out. Right.
Thanks for playing.
All right, I got to take a break. If you want to text 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. That's where you can watch. And wherever you are, you can grab that iHeartRadio app and listen live.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7
WMMS.